Hey folks, Landstryder here, and you're watching episode 32 of my Nightmare series in Agrarian Skies, Season 2. Working with bees today. You can see behind me, I finished setting up these first four. Well, not so much finished, but kind of caged them off so that I could jump up here and not, risk falling over the edge while I'm working with them. Running out of flight, so I'm going to go ahead and give me a flight potion. And I come down here, I put the pneumatics in each one of these so that they will pull out any products that the bees make. Now right now, these first two, I need to get the upgrades made for these relatively quick, because what's going to happen is it's going to put the princess over here and those pneumatics are going to pull it out. But I don't want that to happen. There is an upgrade that I can use that will make the industrial aviary recycle the princess every time. So let's look at that real quick in the upgrades. And all these first upgrades that are listed here, these are all the ones for the Gendrustry. So I'm looking for the, not production, I will want some of those, but I want automation upgrade. So I'm going to need to make some of these. I'll need some bronze gears. And I might just want to go ahead and teach my ME system how to make some of this stuff. Because I'm going to need a lot of this stuff going forward, I believe. And if I look again for upgrades, so I need this one, and I'm going to need this upgrade frame. And I'm just gonna, as I'm going through, I'm gonna make sure that I don't need that. Gonna make sure that I craft at least one of these by hand, just in case there's a crafting quest that's gonna require that. Okay. Upgrades. So I need a piston and redstone. I should have this stuff. Okay, there we go. Got my automation upgrade. Go ahead and craft another one of those for me. Okay, there's my two automation upgrades for these. I want to get them in before they finish their current cycle. So if I put these in here, so now what will happen is when the cycle finishes, and instead of putting the princess over here, it'll immediately put it back into the queen or the princess slot, and then it'll put any extra drones that it can in there and stack them with, and anything left over will end up over here, drone-wise. So those should now cycle continuously with that automation upgrade. Alright, excellent. Now we got that taken care of. And what I will probably do is, since I ended up not putting my bees out there in like a special building or anything, I just ended up putting them kind of close here, keeping them in the loaded chunks area. I will most likely go ahead and reassemble the processing for the honeycombs and other stuff just right down here in the basement again. I put these Lapidurus and Arborus chests out over here so I would be able to free up some of the space in my ME system, because I didn't want all these various different sapperlings that I'm going to end up getting going into the system and taking up valuable types in all of my ME system. And you can see this lower bank has still got the 1Ks in it, and I really need to upgrade them, but I am kind of still low on quartz, Certus quartz. So one of my first goals with bees is going to be able to make that bee that grants me, or that produces the kind of honeycombs or whatever that give me Certus quartz, because I need a lot of Certus quartz, especially to finish a few of the quests that are in the quest book. And while I'm talking about the quest book, we can go ahead and look here. Bee automation. since I made industrial apiaries last episode, but I didn't open my quest book after that, when I first looked in here, I had this one done because all it was is to craft a industrial apiary. So I can go ahead and claim this one and see what I get. Another heart, bringing me to a total of 60 lives. Very nice. And some junk that is just going to go right over the edge. Nope. Maybe if I can get it up over the fence. Guess not. There it goes. Goodbye. Into the void. Okay, so I guess moving forward I need to look at what I need to do for the next quest, because I believe that is going to have to do with what I need to industrialize my bee breeding to get all the other special kinds of bees, because I really didn't go into the traditional method, which is to mix two different species together, queen and drone, and with a little bit of luck, actually with quite a lot of luck, you may end up with a crossbred bee that comes out as something different, like say a common drone. Pardon me. You're gonna want to crossbreed these, try to get a common bee first, and then you go from there. You get cultivated, and then cultivated gives you something else, and then they start branching off and different things to give you all kinds of different bees based on the two bees that you combine, and you have a small chance of getting them. So let's say I was looking for the common, common bee. Oh. And okay, if I look here, okay, so if we see that mixing two different bees, and there's quite a few of them, that's genetics. Let's look at, there we go, rocky and common. Okay, actually I want to, how do I get the crafting recipe for that? There we go. So water and tropical, water, rocky and invited, basically any two bees that you get from beehives, like rockies come from beehives, and there's a lot of different ways to get to the common. Unusual comes from beehives, winteries, forest comes from just regular old beehives that you would make with the scented hives. And in a regular world, you would just want to run around until you found beehives and collect them. But in Agrarian Skies and other skyblock maps that use the X-Aliquo and X-Nilo mods, you're going to do the scented hives, get some bees from scented hives, and then you're going to combine any two different species from those scented hives to have a chance at getting common. And you can either do that in a regular alveary. Apparently bee houses are a bad idea because I guess they keep your bees somewhat genetically stable, so they don't have so they like pretty much eliminate the chance of getting common. I've been mixing this meadow and forest back and forth, and it has not produced me common. Now if it was an alveary, like the kinds that I took down that were sitting over here, and I was mixing forest and meadows, I would have gotten a common by now. But we're just going to skip that whole process because it's hard. It's you get a bunch of mixed species bees. We're going to shoot straight into the industrial Gendrustry version of bee breeding. So Gendrustry. Okay, here we go. I need a genetic imprinter. Is one of the things I'm going to need. So I'm going to need some of those. Let's see what I don't have. I need some gears. Let's go ahead and craft me some of those to begin with. Let me check that, see exactly what it is I need. I need a genetic sampler and a genetic imprinter. Okay, for the quest. Genetic imprinter. which is going to take some bee receptacles. That might be one I want to teach my system. Oh, and I'm going to need a bunch of blanks to teach it that, and that's going to run me out of quartz again, I believe. Yes, I don't have very much quartz. Whoops, sorry. I can make a little bit of quartz this way. I can afford a little bit of my dust, no problem. Get a few more blanks here. So there we go. Bee receptacle. I think one of the things it needed was, what is it, a gold? One of them. Actually, I'll look at the recipe over here. Is that gold or aluminum brass could be used there? We'll just use gold. I should have plenty of it. Needed for that. So what else are we going to need? We're going to need a bunch of these power modules. That's definitely one I'm going to want to teach the system. Power module. Make one, but then I'm going to come over here and actually give me one of these gears, because those are... Oops. Genetic imprinter power module. There's... Take a shortcut to the recipe. Oops. And that looks good. This says gold, gold. Yeah, I don't think there was an alternative for that. And the other good reason I want to get these power modules, bee receptacles things, because I think some of these are going to be used in the upgrades. So the next thing is a genetics processor. Genetics processor. Go ahead and make one of those. Get the recipe for that. Okay, looking good so far. And a genetic imprinter. What am I missing still? A sturdy casing. What's a sturdy case? That's a pregnated casing. I see. So sturdy casing is probably one I want to teach, because I want to be using a lot of those going forward. Sturdy casing, and that's just bronze. And since there's a bunch of different ones, I'm just going to grab the bronze that I use out of the system. This bronze right here. And encode that. So there's a little bit of a review on how to do your ME crafting stuff too at the same time. So I'm going to need a casing. Craft one of those. And another bee receptacle, I think it was, right? Craft one of those. Keep wanting to use those impregnated casings. Those are for something else. So there's my genetic imprinter. That's one machine done. I'm going to need something else here. Genetic sampler. What I make? A genetic imprinter. That's right. Genetic sampler. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to turn these in too. So genetic sampler. So I need processor, another casing, power module, and a bee receptacle. Craft one of those. Bee receptacle, casing, and power module. And genetic sampler now. Oh, what are we still waiting on a power module? Okay, so let's jump up here and look at our crafting monitor, see what the issue is. It needs bronze, so that's something I never taught it how to make. So let's go over here and look at bronze is copper and tin. It's 3 copper, 1 tin will give me 4 bronze. Go ahead, toss that in there, and in a moment it should have my power module ready. Oh, it's all ready to go. And now I can make that. Toss those back in. There's my 2 machines that I needed for this next crafting quest in the beeline. If I go ahead and manually submit those. Oh, and I need to make a bunch more stuff now. Blank genetic samples, genetic templates, genetic labware, and empty serum bottles. So, genetic, and let's see if these are craft or turn in. Taskbar hands in, okay. Genetic template. I'm going to craft 1. Genetic labware. And I believe these are ones that I definitely will want to encode for later use, because I believe that they are something that gets used up over time. I'm going to use a lot of them, so I definitely want these recipes in my system. And let's see, what was the other 2? Was a blank gene sample and a empty serum bottle. Blank gene sample. And that's definitely another one I'm going to want in here. And a serum bottle, I believe, is okay, that's going to require royal jelly. So I am at a bit of a loss now for this, because to get royal jelly I need to do some bee breeding. Don't suppose there's any chance I have them. No. I have no royal jelly. So to get royal jelly I got to get imperial beeline. So I'm just going to put this stuff back for now. I am going to need a genetic replicator, transposer, and printer. Let me look at Gendrustry. Here we go. Genetic and printer. I'm going to need a mutagen producer. Let's see, sturdy module. I don't know what this one is. Mutagen tank. And a mutatron. So I'm going to need 2 of those mutagen tanks. So in order to get moving forward on my bees, I'm going to have to produce these. I'm going to start doing some, either do the traditional breeding, which I already said I'm just going to skip that. Or I can go right into the industrial version, which is to make a mutagen producer and a mutatron. The mutatron is the thing I actually will use to make the additional bees. So if I go Mutatron, and what was the other stuff I need? I need some gears, power modules, and sturdy casings. 2 of those. Oh, that's electrum gear, okay. Gears, some power modules, casing, and get those power modules back out. There we go. Mutagen producer. We go back to looking at Gendrustry stuff. Now I need the Mutatron. This is the key piece. Genetics processor. Some stuff. Processor. 3 of these. Probably gonna need some power receptacles. What else was there? Some gears maybe? Casing? And looks like it's hung up on something. Tinker's alloy. What? Apparently when I programmed this one I didn't do it quite right. So let's see. Okay, yeah. See, I've got different alloys there. So I need to get the bronze out that I use. And fix that one. That should fix that. Craft me 3 of those, please. And let's see, I should have that casing in here. Yeah. And 2 pieces of bronze, and there we go. Okay, so now I've got my mutagen producer and my mutatron. I can come back up here to my bee area, and I'm going to go ahead and put those down. Right. Yeah, right. I want to put them beside each other because the mutagen producer will actually feed right into the mutatron if they're next to each other. So maybe I will put them on top of the cable here. Mutagen producer and a mutatron. And it looks like it's right. Mutagen producer, they're filling up with energy now. Okay, so now if I take a princess, let's see, do I have any extra in here? No. If I take a, let's go with, I want to go with a rocky princess and a meadows drone. And if I put them in here, oh, yep, I gotta make some mutagen first, so let's get, so I can either put redstone or glowstone in there, I believe. Let's see if I have an 18k redstone, much more of that, so let's just go with redstone. And toss that in there. It should start producing some mutagen. And I'm going to need the labware that I made. Labware. Grab those. And toss those into the mutagen, or the mutatron. And as soon as it has enough mutagen, I'm not sure how much it says, it needs 1,000 millibuckets of mutagen. No way to increase the speed at which this works, so... But I see... There is an advanced mutatron. Interesting. What does that require? It requires a mutatron. I want to upgrade to that as soon as possible, I think. So I think as soon as these guys are finished with their first... As soon as these guys go through, I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade to that advanced mutatron. So basically, how much does this one give me? I think, let's see. One gives me 100 millibuckets of mutagen. Yep. 5 in there now. One's processing. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be enough to finish the process. I don't really want to put any extra in there because I'm going to break that machine as soon as it's done with its one cycle here. That's going to take a couple minutes, so I'm going to take a quick cut while I wait for this to process, and I'll be right back as soon as it's about ready. Okay, it just pumped in the last bit of mutatron, and it is processing the... I switched over to a forest and a meadows because I didn't want to waste all my my bees. What is? And apparently I got a leperine queen. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it a common. That's kind of cool. So let me break that. Take and put my leperine queen in there because I want it to go ahead and process. Are these guys? Okay, well they're not doing anything because it's nighttime, so maybe I should go ahead and clear the nighttime. Come over to the cat house. Okay, and now those bees should be doing their thing again. And I want to take and I want to upgrade this mutatron to an advanced mutatron. So the advanced mutatron is going to require a bunch of stuff that I'm going to have to tell it to make. I'm going to need 4 more gears, 2 processors, and a module. So 2 processors, power module, and 4 more gears. And now I should be able to tell it to make me one of these. Yep. And these are ones I wouldn't bother putting into my ME system because I doubt I'll ever need more than one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down beside the mutagen producer. Go ahead and put the redstone back in there so it starts filling up this tank again. And you'll notice the advanced mutatron has these slots down here. So what that's going to do is now, when I go grab another queen and a drone, oh, not a queen, I want a princess. I want a forest princess and a drone, meadows drone. And the ones that weren't stacking in there are because they're crossbred, so they have slightly different genetic traits than the ones that are stacking. The ones that are stacking are coming from these wild that I have been breeding through with their base traits. So if I put the Forest Queen in there with the Meadows Drone, it's going to give me two options down here. One of those is the Leporine Queen, which is the one I got from from the first attempt. So if you don't have the advanced Mutatron, it just randomly picks one of the potential outcomes. So now I gotta wait again for this to fill back up with mutagen, but this time I'm gonna select Common Queen because that's the one I want. If I didn't have anything selected, it'll just wait for me to pick one until it actually operates. But now I've picked Common Queen, so as soon as this fills with mutagen, these are going to process, and I'm going to get a Common Queen from it. So, okay, I will be back when this is ready to go. Okay, and that's processed now, and I've gotten my Common Queen. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Common Queen, put her in this one over here. I'm not sure what the product is for the Leporine Queen, but I think what I want to do is go ahead and automate these. So, did I teach it the automation core? I did not, so let's teach it that. Teach it, where is it? Automation core. And that will, because I'll probably need a few more of those. Give me one, actually, oops. I need 2 of those. Well, I'll need more going forward, that's okay. I think it needs something. What's it missing? Golden nuggets. I'm just gonna make a few stacks of those by hand. I use them in a few different processes, so good to have them on hand, and I don't see any particular reason to use up a crafting slot just for making gold nuggets. So upgrade. I need 1 more of those. Come on back over here. That in there and that in there. And actually you will notice that these produce or use a bit of energy, 20 RF a tick, and when you add one of these it increases that power consumption. So now it's using 22 RF a tick. Okay, so I got these going. What I may want to do is, let's see, I've got mutagen being produced. And I need to check my quest log here. Okay, yeah, so I need to get to being able to make these empty serums, and that's going to be making a bunch of breeding steps. So in order to improve, let's see, do I have? I don't have any. I was hoping that maybe in my questing I had received an Oblivion frame for one of my quest rewards. I apparently have not, so what I can do instead is I can make one of my industrial apiaries. I can increase or decrease the amount of time that it takes for it to kill off the bee, which, you know, is what I need to happen for the common bee. Let's see. Jungle, plains, emulations, genetic stabilizer. Don't want to do that. Can emulate other biomes. That's kind of nice. So don't hell biome. That'll be might need that one eventually. Light upgrade, open skies. So you can use them underground even. Humidifier, change the different heat values and humidity values. Territory upgrade, increase the size that they pollinate. Lifespan upgrade. Now this is the one I want, right here. And I think I'm going to want 4 of those. And let's see, give me 4 of those. What did I do wrong here? Lifespan upgrade. Does it require? No. Oh, I used clear glass. It does not like clear glass. I will apparently need to make some more glass. And that's going to take a moment, so I'm going to take a quick cut while my system processes some glass. Okay, it's processed enough glass to give me the 4 upgrades that I wanted. And now I can go install these in the one on the end here. I think I'm just going to use this to be my life cycler, or whatever I want to call it. Basically just to speed up the breeding process here. And it is sun's going down again, so that they've stopped doing what they're supposed to do. So I'm going to go ahead and sleep that away again real quick. Okay, and now we should be able to come back over here and see this producing much faster. Or, yeah, should be moving a little quicker now. It's definitely taking more power. It's working. Maybe because it wasn't in there at the beginning of the bee cycle. It does not. Oh, there it goes. Well, look at that. That cycled real quickly. Okay, interesting. Common, common. Okay, so I should have some common drones, hopefully, in my system now. No, I don't. How about, do I have forest? I have forest queens. I want to go ahead and use a forest queen, and I'm going to grab that extra common drone now that's in my apiary over here. That should be able to, I should have plenty of mutagen now, so if I go forest common, I can get my cultivated princess. And I'm not sure, what does the Lapidine produce? I forget how to get to the products of Lapidine. There's a key for that. I'll figure it out and tell you about it next episode, I think. Because I am getting close to my wrapping up point, so I might want to, I might need to do a cut to get to the princess that I want. So now, if I do that, cultivated princess should go through relatively quick. I'm going to go ahead and put my common queen in here because I want to go ahead and start building up a bunch of common drones. I'm not really sure about the Lapidine princess. And I will most likely put another row of industrial apiaries here and possibly extend this row out further. I think about 16 total apiaries will probably be more than enough for most of my bee needs, I think. So, I guess while I wait for this to complete, which shouldn't take too long, I will go ahead and work on another thing that I want to get done, is the Gendrustry. I want to make one of these guys right here, industrial grafter, because that's going to let me, that's not even too expensive, so I need just a regular grafter, and I have the other stuff in there already, and there's an industrial grafter. That was easy enough, except I'm going to need a way to charge it up, so let's look at making a energetic infuser. Energetic infuser. How about we looking for infuser? There it is, energetic infuser. That's going to require a redstone energy cell. Redstone block for that. Infuser. Redstone block. I should have stuff to make machine frames, no problem. Redstone transmission coils. And this, and now I should be able to make an energetic infuser. Great. So that's going to let me charge up anything that requires a battery charge. Just put it right there. Seems a good place for it. So now, since this requires charge, I can go ahead and charge it in here. And now I've got a fully charged industrial grafter. Why did I want this thing? Because, well, it's going to make collecting all these saplings from these trees much, much easier. So, there we go. And I should have bunches and bunches of, in fact, yeah, look at all that. All those extra saplings. So if I come down here, I can throw all of these in my chest. All these special crossbred saplings that I've gotten from those trees from the bees running over there. I can also go ahead and throw these away, or not throw them away, but toss them in my system. That was a regular oak sapling, so apparently it would not go into the... Yeah, the Lapidus chest will not accept traditional vanilla saplings. Just come back over here and pick up all these saplings. Boy, that thing does such a good job at clearing leaves. And its battery is dead, so maybe I should make a... my inventory is full of various saplings again too, so if I try to shift click all of these into here and it's not going in, so what I have to do is go to the next page for these other ones that don't match anything on that page, and now I'll be able to shift those ones in. Go ahead and fill up my energetic infuser again, and something I can do to help with these powered bits of equipment, I can make a flux capacitor. Everybody loves saying that. Flux capacitor. I'm going back to the future. So to get that I need to start with one of these, move to one of these, move to one of these, and then I should be able to make one of these, which I need Agrarian. So that'll just take a second. Maybe. Is it working? Yeah, it's working. And now I will have a resonant flux capacitor. And that I will be able to toss into my energetic infuser, and it will start charging that up. And that's going to take a little bit more, take a lot more power. And what that'll do is, as long as I have the resonant flux capacitor on my person and in the right mode, it will keep any power tools, including the industrial grafter, charged. So yeah, now that I got a little bit of charge on it, I'm just trying to demonstrate. So right now it's inactive, so if I shift right click, you can see that it starts to glow and that makes it active. So now if I come back up here and come over here and use my industrial grafter, in a moment you'll see that the industrial grafter starts to recharge itself from the flux capacitor. Okay, cleared out all those. Or almost all those. My inventory is probably full of different sapperling types again. But now I can come down here. This will also keep charged or powered armor charged as well if you have some kind of powered armor. Don't need to worry. I don't need to worry about that because I have the magic armor. So I guess those will go in there. Oh, because they're identifiable as a forestry type of sapperling. So if I come back over here, pick up all the ones that I dropped over here. Getting those all picked up. And I will just go ahead and demonstrate real quick how the there's one up there too. Hey, come here, buddy. Oh, and no, inventory's not full. Anyway, how this works is you can use the advanced Mutatron to breed your trees as well. So if I put a jungle and say a silver birch in here, jungle. Okay, shoot, no. What you need to put in the bottom is you have to put a pollen. And I don't know if I have any pollen. I might have some pollen in an inventory someplace. Give me that sapperling. I do not have any pollen in my system, so I'll have to save that for another episode, but you can see that it will work. You put a sapling of some type and a pollen of some type in there, and what I will probably have to do is put some, there's an upgrade for that. There's an upgrade for that. Where is it? The sieve upgrade. And then these guys, one of these guys can start collecting pollen for me. Maybe all of them, I'm not sure. I'll have to see here. The cultivated princess has gone through a few times. Now, if I take my cultivated princess and get a common... I don't think I have any more common drones. Actually... No, take that out of there. I'll take the common princess, toss the cultivated, or the common queen. It's queen, isn't it? Yes, dang. So what I need to do is... Oh, I know what I need to do. Go ahead and grab another princess from over here. Modest. Oh, I do have a common princess in there. That's excellent. Apparently it's either already produced me an extra princess at some point, or I got it from a quest reward at some point back. So now if I put my common princess in here with a cultivated drone, I get the option to go and getting a noble queen or a diligent queen, and I want the noble. Because the noble is going to be what I need, I believe, to get my Imperial. So toss that one in there, and it's nighttime again, and I'm running out of time, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and wrap that up. At the beginning of the next episode I will do a quick review on the process of getting the Imperial Queen. But as you can see with the Gendrustry stuff, this bee breeding is going to be relatively quick, somewhat, I wouldn't say simpler, because it's still the same, you know, mechanics. You know, you got to breed the bees, different bees, they give you different species, but it definitely is easier in the sense that, you know, you don't have to rely on chance luck, basically, to get through everything, and you can do it in a much shorter time span. So, and it'll also work for the trees as well. So I will be able to start working on some tree breeding and bee breeding. But this is the bee episode that I've been promising you for a while, and I did get a couple of, or at least one bee-related quest done. Unfortunately, I didn't get to the second one that I wanted to get done this episode because I have to get that one special princess to be able to make the royal jelly, which is the imperial line. So let me take a quick look at my quest book, make sure there's not something else that I can turn in immediately. I don't think there's anything that I completed between episodes. Definitely I need to get back to another magic episode. So I think that what I will probably be doing next episode is I'll be doing some questing and some magic. So look forward to that. And definitely I don't think I've done anything down here. No. Okay, so no other quests I can turn in this episode. Bees, the Gendrustry style. That's basically all I did this episode. So next episode I will review exactly what I did to get the queen that I need, the Imperial Queen that I'm looking for to get the special royal jelly. Then I will go right into some questing and finish up with some magic on the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Share it with your friends. Get me out there. And if not, let me know what I can do to make it better for the next time. And I appreciate you watching. Later.